Hello again. So I'm back at it this on my 61 unibody. My name's Woody. Um, Hopefully you caught the first video and the second video. I'm working on 61 F100 unibody. See if I can get it in the picture here. There it is. Anyway, it's got nothing in it. Mentioned that in the first video. I got the Crown Vic front end in. I got these boxes put in. I got it bolted up. What I'm gonna do today is I gotta get those back lower A-arm brackets put on. So I gotta get that tranny cross member out of there. I'm gonna get the um, sway bar hooked up today, and we'll see what else I get done today. Today's Saturday, so hopefully I'll get enough, content, whatever, to post a video this afternoon for the third video of this one. I'm hoping to get this front end all buttoned up and move on, because I'm getting excited about getting something else done. Anyway, but I gotta get this done. I mentioned in the last video that I thought I would have a pretty good idea for taking care of these brackets. I reclocked them. I got them clocked. You'll see a little bit of that in one of the time-lapse videos today. But I cut the bottom of the frame where those are mounted. I was hoping that the nuts were like welded on, because when I took the bolts out, the nuts were in there. Well, there's plastic piece in there, and the nuts were like resined into the plastic, so that's not actually gonna work for me. But I do have the plates, the holes already drilled in those, so I'll use those for welding that onto my frame to get those attached. So it's not what I was hoping, but it's still gonna work. So anyway, I'm gonna get after it. I got a lot of grinding to do, chiseling to get this cross member out. I did get the steering column out. Didn't videotape any of that. But today I'm gonna try to do some videotaping of me working, and just try to document some more of this stuff. I know that there's like this Crown Vic front end in F100s. There's a million. I mean, maybe not that many, but there's a lot of videos on YouTube of guys putting this front end in a truck. So it's kind of like, oh, here's another guy doing the same thing everybody else is doing, which pretty much. But what I'm doing that I don't see too many people doing is fitting the parts into the end of the truck, rather than body swapping the truck onto the Crown Vic chassis. So, and there's a lot of people that have taken this front end and put the front end in the truck, but like the front end and the motor and the transmission and radiators, all the other stuff that goes along with it. But so I'll take you along. If you like this video, put a thumbs up. Hit the notification. Turn on your notifications on the phone. Apparently, you won't get the notification when a new video uploads unless that's hooked up. And then subscribe. So thanks for watching. We'll get after it. update. I got the cross member out, so now I'm just trying to get that cleaned up. Which it had a bunch of just ugly, I don't know, just built up grease, grime from years, so got some of that. I'm gonna tackle this right now, this notch it's hard for me to videotape it right now, but somebody cut a section of the frame. Try to get over there. Somebody cut a section of the frame out to fit headers or something, and so I want to patch that up, and then after I get that patched up, I'm going to get these the rear of the lower control arms. You can see the nut, the ports right there. I'm gonna get those put on and then get that front end back underneath there, and then, you know, figure out exactly how those are gonna weld on, and then I'll work on the sway bar. Once I get the sway bar and that back bracket and the front end's pretty much wrapped up, then I'm probably gonna pull it back out again and box in the frame back to the front of the cab, so that that's all boxed in. The plan, I'd really like to be able to box that frame in all the way back, but I don't know that I'm gonna now, or if I'm gonna later. I don't know. Now would be, I guess, the time to do it, but we'll see how it works out. I might not. I might skip it. I might get in too big of a hurry and but the thing about these unibodies that I've noticed is the frame's not boxed, and then they're single wall in the bed, so the fact that they were prone to permanent tweaking is just not a real surprise. I've looked behind the door on the inside of the cab, where the gas tank is mounted behind the seat, and it's just single wall there too. So I mean, it's really, it shouldn't be a surprise that, actually, you know what, I'll show you right now. So anyway, so inside the bed, I mean, obviously you can see there's no, it's just the outside of the bed, so there's no extra wall. And then inside, right back here behind the seat where the gas tank is, there's nothing there either. It's just, let's get in there and see, but it's just single wall right there too. So ideally it would be a good idea to box in the frame all the way back. It would give it some strength, but we'll see how it goes. So, but at any rate, whether or not I box in the frame or I don't, right now I'm going to get back at it, see if I can get this section of the frame patched up right there, and then get this thing set back down and try to figure those brackets out. sway bar on. I don't have the back, that back bracket done yet. I got them on there, and I got the front end sitting down. Again, pulled it back up. I got the sway bar on, so what I'm gonna work on now is trying to get those brackets deciphered, and I'll try to set up the tripod and have that so that you're part of that as I'm doing it, instead of just watching a bunch of time-lapse stuff. Probably isn't very exciting. Anyway, this truck sits low enough that that sway bar is hard to get to, and it doesn't have a motor and tranny in it, so it's going to go down with weight, so it's going to get even lower yet. So anyway, that's the way it goes. And there it is from the top looking down. Sway bar hooked up. Come down to it. You can see it there, hooked up. Use the pieces out of the car. So this is what I'm going to try to get next. I'm going to try to figure out what have I got to do to get the plate to fit in that. So give me a second and try to get a tripod set up, and we'll go through it. Okay. See if I can get down here and figure out how I'm going to do this. See, this is how it was in the car. I can see already that a large portion of this, it's got a like a lip to it. I don't know if you can see it. That was the edge of the frame. It's going to sit right about there, so this corner right here is going to have to be cut off. This little roll, this edge roll right here, I'm going to have to cut that off, so I'll get that done and then we'll try it again. Let's go ahead and cut this one, and we'll cut the one for the other side too, get it, and then I'll try to find some nuts and we'll bolt that on there, and then try to figure out how we're going to weld up some strength and stuff up. Alright, I got the bracket cut so that one piece, this edge had that roll to it. It goes back in here a little bit. So I got that cut off, and then I got it clamped in here. You can see how I got these two are bolt holes. This was a hole for a lock nut for the plastic bracket that held the nuts, and then on the inside I just have a clamp on it. So I'm going to clean it up a little bit. I don't need this pointed here. I'm going to cut that off, and then on this side, you can't see it from here, but the bracket's up in here. So I'm going to cut these points off, try to get that cleaned up. Probably what I'm going to do is I'm going to weld it back here where it touches, and then up here, I don't know if I can get it to see, but yeah, you can see how it's kind of wedges. So we'll throw a wedge in there, and then probably, you know, some sort of like 45 brace comes up here, and the same on this side. So anyway, I'll get after that. I gotta get under there and mark where I'm gonna cut those, and then cut them. So all right, there we go. I got them trimmed up. They look nicer anyway. Cleaned them up. I don't know exactly where I'm gonna weld, so I just cleaned up that whole thing. And I'm both done. So they're both sitting in there, looking nice. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna get in here and I'm gonna clean up the frame, clean up that edge, and then I'm going to make a little wedge piece of metal to go in there, and I'll weld those on, and then figure out, you know, what I'm gonna do for like a 45 braces on there to support the bolts, so that the bolts, you know, get pressure up to the frame. Okay, I got the brackets welded on the inside, cut a little wedge and welded up both of them on the inside. So I have yet to do anything with this outside edge on either one of them, so I'll get to that another day. That whole thing's gonna have to come back out again, that whole front end, so that I can finish welding those brackets up on the outside of the frame and do 45 braces and get all that welded back up, finished up. So that's not gonna happen today, so I'm gonna call it and wrap this up. I got a lot done. I feel like I did anyway. I got that cross member out and the sway bar hooked up and then brackets squared away. So I didn't have much time this week to do anything other than today, so this is what I got done anyway. Hopefully I'll get after it. Yeah, maybe I get a couple of days this next week to get things taken care of, and I'll finally get this front end finished up and hopefully get started with the rear end. I'm gonna put the rear end, a spring under on the rear end, and I got a little mini C-notch to go on the frame so that I can clear the rear end good. So that's the end of this video. So if you like the video, hit the like button, you know, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell on your phone, so that you get them. Anyway, I appreciate you watching, and I'll do what I can to keep posting these. Like I said before, it's difficult to videotape and remember and try to do this stuff, but I think people like it and are gonna enjoy it. So have a blessed day, and we'll see you on the next one.